So where do we go from here? How do we prevent our youth from becoming radicalized? How do we show leadership in the face of these challenges? There are no easy and quick fixes. But I think there are 3 steps by which we can start the ball rolling. Firstly, and this is something I'm sure you are familiar with, we must champion the concept of moderation. To me, moderation, particularly in a Malaysian context, is about acceptance. All of us have our goals and agendas. We have our own cultures, we have our own beliefs, we have our own languages, and we want them to thrive. But if a society like ours is to function at all, there must be some degree of compromise. There must be a give and take. It would be disastrous if we approach everything from a zero-sum game. We will get nothing done. As my father once said, if we continue to think in the way we think now, we can only become very narrow, very selfish, and you will see smaller advantages and sacrifice than the really great ones. So the key is, rather than focusing on divide and focusing on fault lines, we must be able to accept our differences. We have to find common ground on the problems we face and go forward together. Which brings me to my second point. We must be willing to discuss and debate difficult issues. Of course, this should not overstep the boundaries of civility and the law. But we must debate difficult issues. And to debate difficult issues, to be able to be civil in that debate, and within the boundaries of the law, requires understanding. We need to go the extra mile to understand each other. Muslims must try to understand non-Muslims, and vice versa. And we must also try to understand our individual communities better as well. Here, let me say a few words about the so-called Islamic State. Like it or not, the last couple of months have thrown the spotlight on the global ummah yet again. The Malay community is not exempt from this, given our crucial Islam. It is crucial that Islam is in our identity. It is a sad but undeniable fact that many of our people had gone to Iraq and Syria to fight for the so-called Islamic State. We cannot bury our heads in the sand to this unfortunate trend. Their actions, ladies and gentlemen, are a stain on the honor of our faith and on our community. And we are responsible for the behavior of our members. This brings me to my third point. The Malaysians who went abroad were people like you and I. They were beneficiaries of the greater prosperity and educational opportunities that our country has been blessed with. This suggests that material factors are not the only motivation behind conflict and terrorism.